Everyone, this is Villains Demand. This is session 11 of our Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition game, The Ancient War Reborn. We're the low-budget hidden nugget of the RPG internet world.
It's true.
But we're getting better. I bought another map.
Yeah.
Hey.
And I bought some miniatures, too, that we're going to need. So, budget's building up here. I'm your DM, JVD, starting with my left.
Hey, I'm Evan the Great from the Villains Demand. I play Luda Silverstring and Elvin Bard. He's still a hoe, and the nugget comment sounded weird.
Hey, and at least when he called he a hoe, he didn't refer to Vesper.
Right.
Yeah, I'm kind of...
It's sad, but it's more true for him than it is for his character.
Yeah, it's scary.
And I'm the Bearded Wonder, and I am playing Vesper Nort, the Moon Elf, and I am not a whore anymore.
You're in love. Throw the hearts around.
Oh.
I am Smiley. I am playing the Ord Whitehammer. He still thinks all elves are hoes.
What about this one? What about Roland? Hey,
He's half a hoe.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He's
Half
half a hoe.
He's the part where it wants it, but he can't figure out how to get it.
Can we turn this into like a road trip thing to get rolling?
Hey, you're kind of on a road. So, anyways, Wesley, go ahead.
I'm West playing Roland Ivor, halfling or half elf paladin.
What was you going to say?
Halfling paladin.
Someone's going to
big- that's a big-
It's still half. It's still half.
Something.
Yours half a lane. So,
I haven't noticed this entire
Smiley, give me a recap of what happened last time.
With the gnome or before that?
However you feel.
Well, Luda almost got accused of murder. That was funny. As me and Varys walked into Bed's suite at the end of the town we're staying in, whose name I do not actually remember, I apologize.
You were at this was at the weigh-in?
By Dragonspire.
No, Dragonspire. You're not at the weigh-in yet.
bet on bed action.
But, well, Bed was dead in the bed. He almost got blamed for it. Varys had me find her and keep her in a location where she would not get blamed for it. After some trials and tribulations of guards talking to people, we continued on our way. The Advar, and I have his name somewhere. Alvin purchased Bed's wagon. We continued on. We met a gnomish girl that we picked up in the town, and she convinced Roland that all the food was poisoned with little bone splinters. And there was another girl, I can't remember if it was a human or not, that was on the wagon as well.
Mm-hmm.
But where we last left off, the gnome sat down to speak with us. I gave her a cup of ale and got myself another one, and that is, I believe, right where we stopped.
Okay, congratulations, because in our last 10 sessions, your one wrap-up has probably been longer than all 10 of mine combined.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, but as the last left off, you had met Jamna Gleamsilver. And as you're bedding down, setting up camp, it's the 4th of Elasis. She kind of, you guys kind of noticed her sneaking up into your camp, and she has a seat. And she tells you, we may not work for the same people, but we have the same interests. She'd also got a hold of you guys over the day saying we need to talk, which, Smiley, you brought up the whole thing with the morning breakfast, which she told you about the bone spurs. She asked you, what have you guys already found out?
What did Justice say you're talking about?
She said, don't play dumb. You know what's in them wagons up there.
What's in the wagons?
She, jing, 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 rattles her goat pouch. Don't play dumb.
A lot of people have gold on this caravan.
It's not so much that I'm trying dumb. I want to know what you think's going on.
She said, you know the cult of the dragons here. That's why I'm here.
Okay, so what the hell she's talking about?
Hold on, hold on. So we know that you think that we know the Golden Dragon is on here, but why would we think that?
Or is looking confused.
Why would we think that? I mean, have you, she's like, it's kind of obvious. Everybody's putting eyes at each other. I mean, for all they know, I mean, they knifed that guy and blamed it on you guys.
Possibility. wanted somebody to get thrown out of here, but why us exactly?
Okay, look, I've come up to you guys going, can I get somebody that talks common sense here?
Oh,
Obviously,
of course.
she don't know what she's talking about. I'm trying to be friends here. And
Roland, so let's with please.
she just starts grabbing some of your coney off the spick and starts eating it. As she talks to you guys, she smacks real loud.
Zonas with please.
Yeah.
You go to Cash. She's like, and why would you want to do that? I come to you guys freely of my own, volition, and you want to question me? I got no magic to question you.
I'm in it as well.
Yeah, but why you gotta question me with magic?
Because the last person that came to me as
I mean, how am I
friend,
gonna know when you're telling the truth?
She got a
I'm accepting myself to it.
I mean, I thought we were friends here. I'm just openly bringing this out myself, and you're questioning me. What about you? You look like a smart girl. These guys are a bunch of fools.
The last person that came to me.
I don't do much
It's
talking.
totally half me down.
Most harpers don't. Is what she tells you.
I'm gonna
I
say,
kinda
okay,
like-
I guess we can go ahead and trust her now.
My eyes get real big.
Obviously,
Like,
She told us the whole truth.
She smiles at you and gives you a knowing wink. Like maybe she's one too.
act like I don't know what it is.
Okay, so what do you want to know exactly?
She's like, I'm trying to figure out what you guys have already found out. You were on this way before me. And that's true. You guys have been on this for 34 days now, and she just jumped on here 6 days ago.
You wanna know what we found out? We found out not to trust strangers.
But here I am trusting strangers.
That's your own problem.
Well, have you heard
Well, that's
about
what
She's
the...
like, well, all right, I'll find
I'm
somebody
gonna say-
else that cares to help. And she leaves.
Well, I was gonna say something to her before she left.
Well, you can. I mean, she's leaving.
While she's leaving, I'll be like, have you heard about the giant attacks?
She's like, oh yeah. She's like, I know more than that. And she just walks off into the
The
night.
last person Roland trusted randomly, other than you guys, ended up being the guy that we buried up to the head, so.
Hey, but you really didn't trust that guy. You just went up and talked to him. It's not like you were with like Ord and Varys,
I put him-
who had a disconnect but have connected since then. I mean, it's not like you've
I
spent
had
time talking to
plans
the guy.
on trying,
Well,
on doing it, and then before, luckily, before anything happened,
Go after her, ask her, wait a minute.
all right, you run up behind her. She pulls a short sword out. You don't run up on somebody and nothing like that.
Well, I'm not like running to attack her, but I'm like, hey, just come back down, maybe we can sit and talk.
She's like, oh, well, why? I mean, obviously you guys don't trust me, and I just throw myself out in the open. She's like, why should I trust you? At least one person was smart enough to keep their mouth shut, and maybe I can trust them.
We'll come back and we can have.
Oh, no, you can talk to me right here. She's like, I've got good information. I know things. I know things that you'll want to know, but if you're going to treat me with that type of disrespect, nah, my people were wrong to send me here.
I'll tell her that I didn't mean any disrespect. It's just
I just want to make sure it wasn't with
we
both
just.
of the right.
Yeah,
Very
trust
suspicious.
issues, that's why I came out in the open, but obviously you guys are so far gone, there's no putting any trust in you.
Well, I'm not there,
Everybody's just
but
a
It's
little
like before I know it, you guys will be killing each other.
I mean, everybody's just a little paranoid since
We thought that.
the death.
Now, as she's walking, as you're talking to her, she walks off, and then she'll stop like every 10 feet and turn around and wave her dagger at you as she's talking. And then she'll turn around and go to walk off some more, and she'll do it again. Like, she's very annoyed with you.
No.
If you're trying to get her to stop, you're going to have to roll me a really good persuasion. When Roland's like, we don't trust people, fuck you, I'm lawful good. And then,
I'll be like, if you,
oh no, you've got all right too, I understand.
I'll be like, if you come back, we can talk.
But I
about
mean,
this.
she figured hearing what's going on, and she just throws it out.
If you think
When she's the
about it.
first person that comes up to you and says "Cult of the Dragon," that you guys are like, "Hey, she knows something's up." That you wouldn't be so harsh to
Before you want to
her.
say something,
And then everybody's
I
like,
don't trust
"Questions,
really, if
questions,
she really
questions."
do something,
I'm more worried that my thing was,
Well, I mean,
she didn't
you
say
guys-
that they would that the cult itself would know, and
we are, you know.
I mean, you guys have seen her walk around checking out their wagons, so
Yeah, I'll try persuasion.
boy,
Also,
I need
poison and everything I've done before to
17.
figure it out.
that's one.
Nope.
you go off, she just and leaves. She's like, "I'm gonna kill every one of you," and then she just walks off. Oh, that went south fast. Boy, I expected that to take up like 40 minutes of the game today. Douchebags.
That wasn't me.
Oh,
I just wanted to
man.
know this, so I can ask her one question.
All right, night's over.
Sorry, guys.
No, you don't be
No.
sorry, man. That's your character. If that's how you're doing your thing, that's how you're doing your thing. You've got a lot of reason to be the way you are right now. But I figured if, she throws herself out in the open, seeing what's going on, you guys might, be like, hey, okay, she knows what she's talking about. But no, fuck, man. You guys got up this morning with
She
fucking
wasn't completely out
your
there. She didn't
ass.
say what she was working for.
Did she?
Not me.
I mean,
She winked at her.
And she slapped her on the back. What'd she say?
Oh, yeah, I think she
Alright,
probably
I mean-
She knew I was a Harper, but I am in the mode where I'm not gonna say much for the rest of this trip, because I almost got committed for murder. I did not do.
Oh, that's very true.
You did promise to keep your mouth shut.
Yes.
Okay.
Last time I opened up, I don't know if that guy's one of those or not.
You set up camp for the night. You, Roland, take your first watch. Vesper or take last watch. If there's anything you guys want to
I
get
was
together
one
tonight.
that mentioned to Luda that she might want to talk to the gnome. Seeing how Roland bombed it.
Well, you
wouldn't
wouldn't
know
three
nobody,
together and just
yeah.
kind of bombed it. Roland put
I
the
was going to
final
talk. I
note
just wanted to know
on
the
it.
truth.
The last time you.
Well, which offended her.
I was going to put myself under her too.
I'll tell you the last time.
Yeah, but what good does that do her? Because if you guys are a team, how does she know he's not just like throwing it off of you and you can say what you want? I mean, like I said, you guys pulled up trust issues and then you gave her every reason to be the way she was. So, but anyways, continue. You want Luda to talk to her?
Makes reason to believe this has to hide. What?
I have something else that I plan on
Yes.
doing here in a minute. I'm letting you guys finish.
He's gonna try to make love.
I really love to know.
I want to go up to Ed Hillary and see if I can get some Elvin Fontaine. So you think that Luda should talk to her?
Yeah.
Why?
Because if it is Harper business, then it doesn't. It may involve the cult, but or it only cares about more of that.
Okay. Well, Luda, how do you feel about that?
Unless she's the only one that wasn't played ass.
I feel the last time I trusted in somebody, every one of you guys told me not to trust them.
To be fair, I was just making a show of it.
What was that person?
Carlo.
Carlo.
No, what was that person?
He was a Harper. He said he was a Harper.
Maybe it's that too.
I said I'll talk to her, but I'm not making any promises.
Now, do you feel like you should talk to her?
No, I'm doing it because he's out there asked me to.
All right.
Yeah, I'll say I think it's a good idea if you do.
When it comes to Carlo, I hand you your gold back. He wants to complete us.
What is this?
All the choice he left it in all my stuff.
For real?
I wanted it, the fate expression to be real.
I kind of get mad. I
That's
snatch
fine.
my gold up and I turn around and I say, I'll go talk to the gnome.
Well, look at it this way. If you would have known he left the gold, you would have known he wasn't entirely bad. You would have faked an expression and possibly failed that fake expression.
You do prove a point.
I was watching out for you, Luda.
But boy, when someone else just comes up that's a stranger to it and watches out for you, you got the pricks. And now Ward's even more of a prick.
I never said I wasn't.
No, I don't believe you really, actually, so.
I'll tell you, we do this on one occasion. Or one of the
Condition?
Condition.
Well, it is an occasion right now, so.
What's that?
We tell Varys what we're doing. Because last time I tried something like this, he said he would kill me.
That kind of perks an eye up from Grizzly Jones, like, huh?
He did tell me he would kill me if I tried to do something stupid again.
Your friend. Have you told him already?
About the gnome?
No.
About what?
What are you talking about telling them?
Let us know.
About the gnome. Oh, what are you talking about the gnome?
Why would you want to tell Varys about the gnome?
The last time I did something that backfired, Varys told me to quit being stupid.
Well, that's because you were turning invisible and trying to get underneath the
He
wagon.
told me if I try anything else crazy like that, he'd kill me.
You're just walking up and talking to somebody.
I think I want to tell him.
No, you haven't. You're gonna tell
I don't
Varys.
tell him to tell him.
Okay. But here's the thing, you guys say that about Bears, but did anybody bother to ask him why he said what he said?
No. I just know that he can blow my whole body apart with a fireball.
Yeah, that's very true.
I don't know what was going on. I wasn't in the mental.
Okay, so are you gonna attempt to talk to her tonight? Because she's walked off towards outside the caravan.
Yeah.
Like into the dark.
I have to go try to find her
Good
before
luck.
she leaves.
Good luck.
Or just make myself, or just wait around if I see her anywhere. That's what I'll do. I'll just wait till I see her again, and then I'll talk to her.
Well, he said leaving.
And if I don't see her again, I'm sorry guys, you fucked up.
Okay, so when do you plan on pairing Varys?
ASAP.
Okay, now Roland, what would you say you was gonna do?
I was gonna change out my steed, but I was gonna do something with Ed Hillary about it. I'm gonna,
Okay.
take my horse and go up and find her. And so
Okay.
she's having a meal somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, talking on when I didn't even West Street.
I'm gonna thank her for what she. I think I already did. Thank her for what she did to Ord.
Yeah.
I'm letting him talk to the bear,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna ask her how she did that.
She said ancient druid magic. What she tells you.
Can you teach it?
Not here. It requires a lot of focus, a lot of restless days. She's like, someone as young as you might not have the mental prowess to accomplish such things. You can look at her and you can tell she is quite a bit old for an elf. When you're talking to her, she does smile at you like she thinks it's cute that you're curious about what she doesn't know.
I'm gonna turn and talk to the horse, tell it thank you for its service. And I'll call him again, and I'm gonna dismiss him. After that, I'm going to cast Find Steed again.
Okay.
This time I'm gonna call forth an elk.
Okay. Is there a
Takes 10 minutes.
Is there a reason behind this?
Just kind of showing her that I'm an animal lover too. Kind of.
Okay. So you're trying to go the non-traditional route for a mount. I got you. So you, where do you go to summon this? Are you summoning it around the caravan, or are you just going to go off to the side where it's quiet?
Sitting in front of the
Well,
caravan.
I mean, when I dismiss spirit
Disappears.
away.
Yeah, I got that. But I'm just asking, where do you do this? Because that's
Right there with her.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to ask her to be part of it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she'll sit down and she'll do that. She's fine with that. You're summoning this elk and whatnot. Cut back to the wagon, y'all's wagon. You're gonna go tell Varys about the gnome.
I told him to tell her.
Okay, so are you gonna do this?
I'll tell Bears.
Okay, we can go tell Varys.
Varys, Luther wanted me to inform you that she wishes to go speak to a gnome, and the last time she tried to do something stupid, he threatened to blow her up.
He laughs. I wouldn't say I would blow her up, but obviously,
You definitely put the fear of death in her.
I'm not sure what your friend was up to, but invisibly sneaking around someone's moving
I know what she was
wagon
doing.
does not seem like a bright idea.
Oh no.
Because if something was to happen and say she became invisible, well, that's like automatic guilt. And do you really want to bury your friend in the road?
Oh no, I agree with you 100%. I was against the idea to begin with.
So are you just suggesting that I don't do anything rash when she's talking to her? You can tell he's very confused by this whole thing. Like, why would it
I'm
matter to me that I'm
confused.
talking to her?
I'm confused by this as well. She just wanted to let you know she was talking to a gnome.
Okay, well,
So gnome may have information that she needs.
he kind of laughs and he yells for Ost. Ost, I'm talking to a dwarf.
Kind of my point.
And so,
She just didn't want any bad ideas. Yeah, I don't know.
yeah, he's got an idea. He's like, you're wanting to give me the schematics for your weapon. He's like, do you care to trade? You've showed me this weapon. You're willing to give me the way to create such a thing, and what if I were to train you in the arcane arts?
You see like little like hearts popping towards side.
He's like, well, I think it's only fair to trade such a thing because he's like, your weapon is powerful and the arcane arts is powerful, and I figured if you had a better grasp of such a thing, your weapon might become more proficient.
Nothing would please me more.
Cause he's like, great.
There's like a tear going down his face.
He'll open up his book and he's gonna start going over spells with you and ideas that he's got for your gun based on the spells.
I'm like taking notes. I pull out my book, which isn't a spell book, but I'm like taking notes.
Okay. Luda, you see that he goes, there's a confused look, a laugh, and then they pull out a book and he starts pulling out a book. There's a bunch of writing down going on.
I seem very confused as well.
Okay, well, that's how this whole thing has been. Vesper, what about yourself here?
Probably just, is it nighttime right now? Or day?
Yeah, it's night. No, you've set up camp and everything.
She's like, what is probably just chilling with Grizzly and, or Boosty.
Okay. 10 inch, you'll see Roland prance around on an elk. That's got, it's huge. It's a 15-pointer, Jesus. This thing's got a huge rack. Or probably walks, he's like, man, he's like, I could mount my life on this.
Oh my god!
But despite the misleading conversation, I guess, with Jamna Silverstring, everybody seems in pretty good moods tonight, maybe except for Luda. He's very put off by, I would assume, a lot of things right now.
She did just get accused of murder.
That's very, very true. So,
And now she's gonna sneak out behind the caravan for a while and wait for
we're going to move on to the next day because there's a gap between this and the next planned event. So it is the 5th Alesis. Luda, are you going to try to talk to her today?
Yes.
Okay, roll me a perception because you don't see her floating around the Colt's wagons like you have seen her.
10.
10. She's not hard to find because there's not a lot of short people on the caravan, not a lot of halflings. But you do see her, and she's up by Ed Hillary's wagon. So she's like the second wagon in line right now, and she's just kind of hanging around and talking to her about stuff. Can't really tell, but they seem like they're having a interesting conversation.
I'll walk up, I'll walk up and see what they're talking about.
You walk up and they,
They don't want to like come up and be like, have a blah blah, you know.
she gets
Interrupted.
Jamna gets tight-lipped and, what do you want?
I believe you got off with the wrong foot with my friend. I figure I'll make it up to you.
She was like, as you can see, I've made other friends.
I'll say, one can have more than one friend, correct?
And she's like, true, but you can only have so many right friends.
They might not be right for you, but I believe I am.
And as you're walking, she kicks a little piece of horse shit. She's like looking at you. She kicks it around.
You got a lot of built up anger in you.
She's like, no, I just know who I can trust and who I can't.
You think you can trust me?
She's like, so you can always trust a friend of the nation. Gives you a big wink.
I'll tell you,
Very exaggerated. I mean, I know you can't see my face on the
Yeah.
camera, but you can, so.
I'll tell her, I count them as comrades, but none of them trust in my ways, and I kind of don't anymore. I've got myself into trouble a couple times on this mission.
She was like, maybe you're not taking the smartest approach.
Maybe you can show me some of those ways. I used to have somebody who teach me, but he is off on his own journey.
She's like, ain't much for a teacher. People getting away. She's like, I'm best on my own. So I was sitting here on my own. She's like, but what I will do, she's like, obviously, people and organizations tend to meet each other, pass around information. That's how it gets from place to place. You can't just go, snap their fingers real loud, from one place to the other. She's like, so I think I've got some things you're going to want to know. You might have some things I want to know. She's like, but probably shouldn't talk right here.
Correct.
Because, you know, you're in the middle of the wagon.
Yeah. I said there's a lot of eyes and ears on here that I do not trust.
She gives you a very over-exaggerated nod, yes. So, he's like, let's scout out the front of the wagon. So,
Has she been up in front of the wagon yet?
oh, no. She's wanting you to go ahead of the wagon.
Oh,
Scout
okay.
out.
I told her this, I said we can, but be careful, there's a gargoyle at the front wagon.
And she pulls out her short sword and throws it in Frey's face. She's like, I ain't afraid of no gargoyle.
I wasn't either until I seen the damn thing in action.
And she was like, then maybe I should talk to you at all. And you could tell she's having second thoughts if you're scared of this gargoyle.
I'll continue with her even though, I think she's full of it. I ain't gonna tell her that.
No, so she's gonna pick up the pace, get in front of the caravan.
I'll go with her to make it look like I'm not, nothing suspicious.
All right. You want to share a piece of information first, or you want her to? Because she's just kind of looking at you, like judging you, trying to get a feel of you as you're walking ahead, and you get a good 100 feet ahead of the wagon.
I'm just gonna go all in here. Tell her there's a lot of men on that wagon that they follow. What's his name? Razar?
Resmir.
Resmir.
Roll me perception.
I kind of think that on is right.
That's good. You ain't gotta tell me what
Okay.
you got. As you're walking ahead and whatnot, you're kind of, she keeps looking back towards the wagon. You notice the pole is like watching you guys, like, why are you so far ahead of the wagon? Like, he's very put off by it because no one's done it. Because they're the front of the wagon, they're the eyes, and he's kind of giving you guys, like, why are you way up there?
Tell her you gotta watch that one. I think he knows a lot more than when he gets on.
So this isn't a black guy.
She tells you, well, tall people do seem to see further out. She's like, so, who's this Resmir?
He runs.
She.
I said she runs she's part of the cult that you said you seek. Cult of the Dragon.
Oh, yeah, she's probably ran that raid on Greenest. Did you hear about that?
I think we did.
You were there for it.
Oh yeah, we was there. Oh yeah.
That was a word's town.
I don't know about that.
Ass.
there. He's
You assisted.
That's where you chase Mr. Nasty. That's what you got unheard about.
I kind of slow.
You hear words.
Once I started putting two and two together, like she didn't even know that was the part of the cult. I slowed down a little bit on telling her stuff
Okay.
until I get some information from her to make sure that she's who she says she is.
She was like, okay. You're gonna ask her for something?
I said, what's up? I don't know that you made me.
She tells you, that guy that got on with her wagon,
Huh?
that guy that got on their wagon,
Her.
the guy that you seen her watching, like the new guy on the Colts wagon.
Oh yes.
That was a strange hat and stuff. He's dangerous. He can cause great punishment to happen to the Sword Coast.
It's Starlock somewhere in the earth.
He's lying here. She tells you ever been to the country of Thay?
I do not believe so.
Got history?
Yeah. It's half my proficiency, proficiency. So that's it.
Oh.
22.
You know, the country of Thay is basically ran by a lich like demigod.
How?
Kyle's a little lich. He's a little lich, I know. I think it's Sazam Tam, I think that's his name.
Zamtam.
Yeah. And he runs the Red Wizards. That guy right there, he's one.
That guy.
No, yeah, that guy right there.
He has that.
But here's the thing. Being out here usually wouldn't be a problem. but he's trying to break away from Thay. He wants things to change. He brings that lich here, that lich will destroy everything, trying to kill him and his friends.
So he wants to go against the lich.
Just the lich. He don't want Thay to change.
He's not good, he just wants power.
With the Red Wizards, you could never tell.
So he's allied with the Colts, and he's against the Lich. We can get the Lich to destroy the Colt.
It sounds like my damn game, stop. Say, Limber thinks I did not know. I
His
tell
eye-
her,
And to think, your friends were pricks to me last night.
Wasn't trying to be.
He go, that guy can roast your whole wagon with just a thought.
I can. I tell her, yeah, they may act like that because I was trying to find out information, and I did, but I also got myself in a lot of trouble. Maybe that's why they was acting like that towards an outsider.
She's like, understandable.
I had to go away, but the last person that came to me in secrecy destroyed my town.
She's like, your turn.
Tell her it is true. Many, or some, not many, some have found out. I tell her I am a Harper agent.
She was like, you totally don't tell people that.
You're supposed to wink like this.
That's right.
I was gonna see your reaction.
She looks at you like, she gives you an incredible, like, are you stupid? You don't tell people that.
No, I don't tell people that. That's why I do that.
Yeah, I know, but still, you don't know me. I'm no Harper agent.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, now what if I have sold you out to the cult? She's like, now I've got advantage on you if they catch me.
I tell you, now I know that you're not a Harper agent.
She was like, and now I know you really are one.
You know I did not deceive you.
Got it out of you though, didn't I?
You may or may not have. For all you know, I'm a murderer.
She's like, man, you're as stupid as your friends.
Many people call me stupid. I'm starting to think it's a good cover.
She's like, I don't think it's a cover.
Neither do I.
Here's the small far distance.
Yeah, or the other, neither do I!
He crits every perception.
Yeah.
And it's here.
He can hear, so.
I can hear this fine.
The reading ceased a long time ago.
Tell her, so far stupid's got me some things.
She was like what? Almost arrested for murder.
He's got a point.
And I said,
You
yeah.
know,
She's like,
heard
how about that guy that clocked you at the wagon? He clocked you really good. I'd probably clock
Which
you like
one's
that
that?
too. The guy at the wagon. When you were putting up the wagon.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
So yeah, he did. That was one of my downfalls. But I tell you, to find out that there is a cult involved, that was me. To find out that was on here.
She was like, well, I was going to approach you then, but when I seen that business, I decided not to get involved.
I say, I'm definitely going to look into this Red Wizards. For I do not know much of them. And if they are in cahoots with the Cult of Dragon, we are in trouble.
She said, your wizard friend on that wagon in front of you, ask him. I bet he knows. She gives you a big wink.
So he knows everything.
She was like, most red wizards do.
He's listening to us right now.
Red Wizard.
You're gonna call her, so you're calling her bluff on that one?
Yeah.
Roll me deception.
So you're gonna become
A red wizard.
Oh, shit. I got a high deception. I did not know that. Oh, 18. I got a 9 and a 9.
Our alignment
You do it, you pull it off, and she just kind of looks at you like, what the hell?
I have friends in strange places.
She's like, I have friends in powerful places.
They're the same sometimes.
Oh, no, they're not. Most of my friends, their friends don't even know that they're there.
I tell her, so we figured out some things. We may not get along. We may not like each other. It sounds like we have a common enemy on this caravan.
She shakes her hand up, she says, we do, partners.
I shake her hand.
Yes, no, do it.
No, it's the
Oh,
fantasy handshake,
yeah.
you fucking loser.
She calls me that too.
Yeah.
I am stupid.
So,
You're like the Pink Panther.
She goes to shake your hand, you do the whole.
yeah, she goes to shake your hand, you're like, fist bump. What the fuck is that?
We all live on.
She's like, she's like, so as you're shaking your hand, she's like, you find something, you tell me. I find something, I tell you.
True.
Deal.
Yep.
And she was like, you go scout out the back of the wagons. I'll stay up here for a while.
I do.
So, just tell the pole you're just worried about the area.
If you ask me, I will. I try not to speak to that man.
What's wrong with the pole? He's a nice guy.
It's weird.
Yeah, have you
He's just
ever really
tall.
talked to him though?
I know, that's why he's
She's looking like she's
No, that's the other guy. That's the silent.
the dude that sings.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
yeah. His
Oh, I had it backwards.
his merchant is the guy that's weird.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to talk to the merchant.
The
I'm not-
entire time you're up there, he's all he's singing very, very loud.
Or just singing with him.
The worst
As you head back to the wagon, and you're coming back towards the caravan, the pole is just staring at you like he knows you're up to something, but he has no clue, so he's just judging you, and it's just with his eyes.
I tell him, I say, we're just scouting ahead. A lot of things have happened, giants attacking, people get murdered. I feel like it'd be safe for us to go up ahead sometimes.
And he tells you next time you should let us know.
Sure will.
And as you walk off, the gargoyle swipes you real quick, like right beside you, just to freak you out, because it knows it's scared. You're scared of it.
I run almost from it.
And then as soon as you yell, the silent gets quiet again. He stops at singing. It's now the 6th of Elisis. You guys wake up. You start waking up in the morning and get your breakfast. And from the day of card, you hear a woman wailing. And you, Vesper,
Right.
Luda, you do realize that it's the mother that runs the wagon.
I'm gonna run up there, see what's up.
I'm following him.
You run up there, you see a lot of people, a lot of commoners and whatnot got gathered around the wagon. Yep. So you're gonna go?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll start asking people in the crowd, like trying to get through, to see if I can help.
Saria is just on her knees, and her son is laid on his stomach with a pool of blood underneath him.
I'm gonna yell for
Damn.
Roland. I'm gonna try to check his pulse.
He's dead.
He's gone.
He's gone.
Does anyone have Revivify?
Yeah. Grevelar, he is dead.
I'm gonna get down on my knees and look at her, put my hand on her shoulder, ask her what happened.
Is this the first thing in the morning?
You go, and her husband grabs your hand, and he just shakes his head no.
I look at him, I ask him what happened.
I don't know. We woke up this morning. Someone stabbed him.
I know.
What? Go ahead, Roland. What do you think?
No, Roland ain't saying nothing. I'm saying me as a player, I got a strong feeling I know who this is.
I also know we also let an assassin on the loose with my gun. I'm just throwing that out there.
Nobody heard any
Is it
bangs,
morning when we
so-
hear this, like right off, you know?
Yeah, it's in the morning.
Killing a kid is not
Even
figuring
use-
out.
I mean, like
I use the dagger to sword.
dawn is just
That's what I'm saying, though.
taking effect.
No,
The
they
sun's
kill the
starting to
assassin.
It's
rise.
not gonna get.
Everybody
How to
is
shoot.
waking up, and then you hear her.
No, I'm just saying that there's an
I
assassin.
can't get close enough because I don't see any SWAT car away, but if I could, I could maybe
Yes,
find
my
out how
boss
long
is
he's
for
been
what
dead.
he's seen.
That would give me a big insight on maybe.
It's a
when
win.
And Hillary's there, and you look at her, and you're checking his
That's not a worse
pulse,
than the
Vesper,
punishment.
and she tells you he's been dead for quite a long time, couple of hours. Zug Bragg, the half orc, in the car behind them,
Yeah.
when you're up there, she's like, well, maybe the murderer's right here. When he says that, everybody looks, and he's looking at you, Luda. You've already been accused of one murder back in Dragonspear Hamlet. Says you didn't murder this boy. Maybe this is why you've been talking to him all the time. They catch you stealing something. Maybe you had to shut the poor kid up. you see a lot of people looking around like, uh-oh. And everybody that's around, you can just start to hear the rumblings from everybody around, like,
Everybody.
yeah.
No, I tell him, I was like, I did not kill this boy, did not kill the other man. There's no blood on my dagger, and there's no reason for me to do so. And if you can find evidence against me, then do so, and I shall suffer the punishment.
He says, pull out all your weapons. What do you got?
A scimitar, that is it.
I have a scimitar.
He's like, tell the truth, is what he says to you.
I'll do it.
Free.
I have no reason to believe that he is the murderer. So
He's like, but you're with her wagon. That's what you would say if you knew about it.
Step in
You've
here.
already had some words with this guy.
I asked the orc, I say, step in here with me, friend.
He bulks up, I mean, he towers over you. He's right here. I didn't do it.
Just
And
cast
you
it.
believe me.
Yep. Well, that solves that. So
He says,
one of y'all is
says,
a murderer.
how do I know you ain't got the murder weapon hid on you? How do I know it's not in your wagon? And you can already, I mean, you guys, while they're this is
tell
going
him
on,
I know
you can
that-
hear everybody like, oh my God.
So
Like,
there could be
maybe she
anybody
did
on
kill
here.
that guy.
I said it could be anybody on this caravan, it's not me.
He said, strip. Show us you not carrying anything. And you know what he does?
find out the truth, y'all.
Starts shucking off his armor because you're in the zone of truth, right? Just so you know, he don't have nothing on him. I mean, he's like daring you. He's down to his loincloth, and
Keep it in your pants, guys, because I'm taking my clothes off.
you got a cover and a loincloth and stuff on. And
He doesn't actually get it.
No, I know.
She just goes
Girls Commando.
you start going through everything, pulling everything in your bag. You reach in, roll me reflex. Or dexterity, I should say.
It's been planted on
Ooh, maybe the little gnome makes some nice after all.
you. I don't think I
14.
can save you.
Something sharp in your bag pokes in, everybody sees you like jerk real back out of your bag. You open in, and there is a dagger in your bag with dried blood on it. And he's like, what's that, little lady?
I said it must be a murder weapon.
You have a backup character?
End episode here. My God. Best game ever.
Hold up.
I love it.
Bard is about to start dying.
And he says, so it was you.
That's not
And
my dagger. I don't own a dagger.
you know the truth.
I said I don't own a
You're
dagger.
in the zone of truth.
And he said, everybody owns a dagger.
I
He
do not.
starts looking around. Do you have a dagger on you?
No, I don't.
Got a dagger on you?
No,
Got a dagger on you?
4.
Yeah. Fuck, am I the only guy that every character I play carries at least a dagger?
I have a knife, but it's not a dagger, like a small knife.
I'd still consider it'd be a dagger game wise.
Yeah, I've got mine on hand.
But it's like a thing that's part of my
Pull
little
out my great
adventurous kit.
sword. This is the only dagger.
Like I got like wood carving tools.
And Hillary, she'll step up. She's like, you know the zone of truth, Zug. She's like, it can't be her. Someone's planted that. She's like, so whoever murdered him more than likely murdered Bed, and they're here on the caravan. And you hear everybody get really quiet. And everybody just starts looking around at each other. Zug turns you rolling. He said, zone of truth, everybody. Everybody.
I approve of this.
Yeah, I'm down.
What is
How
the
big
next
of a region
deal?
can I cast that?
Huh?
How big of a region can I cast that?
It's not a big one. It'll take you a while.
I can only do it one more time.
He says,
Is it a ritualistic casting?
It's an area effect.
But we can.
yeah, but okay.
It's
Player's handbook.
Please.
You need a player's handbook.
I think for game purposes, you can make it last as long as you want.
That's true, I know, but I'm trying to, the rush of the whole thing
Oh, yeah.
fits into everything. Makes a big difference, yeah.
It only lasts, what, 10
So
minutes?
Yeah, it's
zone
not
of truth just
long.
allowed me basically be like, it's a murder weapon.
Well,
And with all the stripping
everybody,
and everything, I think the first one's probably
10 minutes, range 60 feet, magical zone that guards against deception.
can you just have people walk through it? Like, can you cast it in a
Yeah.
certain area?
That's what you could do. You got 10 minutes here. I mean, you could get everybody in 20 minutes. You just ask them, did you murder this person? Did you murder this person?
I'll go through. No.
So everybody starts going
All
through.
right, we'll get that going.
Okay, so within 20 minutes, everybody on the caravan steps through, and
It's, safety at 14 if anybody actually does.
everybody passes it. But you know that you can, if your will is strong enough, you can get through this. Also, you can dodge it being deceptive through a zone of truth. And sometimes you don't have to answer. I mean, you could literally say you killed them and word it differently so it doesn't make you sound like you killed them. I mean, there's ways around it, but everybody's past it. Even little Jamna Gleamsilver, who you think can done it.
I think, like, that one girl disappeared for a while, I think we're being trailed by an assassin, to be honest.
Person that stole your gun.
Is Orin gonna put that out there, that the assassin that we fought off and earlier is still out there?
Yeah.
Good point. As you're going through everybody, Roland, the merchants have obviously went first because they realized something has to be done here. When you're done, they come to a decision from now on, when you set up camp, the wagons will form a circle and everybody will stay within this circle. Therefore, everybody will post a guard at their wagon to watch people leaving in and out.
It's a good
It
idea.
sounds like a small idea, to be honest.
So, you hear some people, you just hear rumors, well, maybe we should have done that in the beginning and none of this will ever happen. You hear a lot of people, I don't care what his thing said, she could have been lying and he could have been letting her. A lot of people think that Luda murdered this guy. I mean, everybody, that's your main thing right there. You hear a lot of people, she got through that somehow. She got through it. Because if it's a zone of truth and everybody passed it, obviously somebody's got a way around it.
Are they gonna do
They don't
a
want to
burial
around the
or?
His family, yeah, they're gonna bury him on the road. I mean,
Or will help.
you could take him to the way in, but you've got a while.
I mean, I'll help them dig plates and all that. And so.
All right.
I'm not in the ceremony, so.
Luda, what about you? You gonna help dig this grave for this child?
I want to talk to Grizzly.
All right.
I'm gonna tell him, I want you to chain me up at night.
It's like, Jesus, I'm not treating you like you're some lycanthrope.
I want to do it
You're ready
so.
to do
He
so. you're gonna have to
was
give
like,
up
I
your
don't,
guard.
he's like, yeah. It's like, I understand that, but I don't believe you've done that.
I did
He's
do
like,
it, but that's the way to definitely prove that if it happens again.
I mean,
Or you make it
you
easier
can
to
tell
stab you on the
he's
back.
very toward about this. Roll me a persuasion. You're gonna have to persuade
I'm
him.
trying to persuade him into it.
I'll try to show you now.
Can I aid
13.
him?
No, she's good.
Volunteer.
He was like, if that's what you want, that's what I'll do. He's like, I still don't like it. What if something happens? And he's like, the camp needs you, and then you're chained there.
Fuck, I can't tell him that, but I could probably get out. I'm not gonna tell him that because then
Boy, I have manacles. I can give Grizzly the key. He's usually the first one that wakes up in a sign of trouble.
Who?
Grizzly.
I mean, if that's what you want to do. I mean, it's up to you. I mean, this is all up to you guys. If this is what you want to do,
I don't
you
like
talk
the
him
idea.
into it.
I don't exactly approve of it because if the attack goes under attack by another giant, that first one inflict the cause will burn on top of everybody. It'll just go flying with it.
What about you, Roland? How do you feel about it?
I want a way to like isolate myself where this happens again. There's no way they can find
Actually,
me.
a kind of good idea, because everybody thinks
Two-way
that
sword.
he or she is the murderer, but at the same time, if she's chained up, I'm gonna have to stand guard over her.
All
Not let anybody get to her while she's chained up.
Well,
Roland-
you are the first.
Roland
watch
keeps the
for-
key,
Anyway.
and
No, I'm gonna be guarding you. I don't
Oh.
have the key.
I got you.
Okay, so you're gonna literally stay up like all during the night guarding her?
I also have the elk, which can.
That's
It's a lot easier if someone says speak.
All right, Vesper, how do you feel about this?
I mean, I understand the, the whole if you're locked in a jail cell, you can't do it thing, but I just don't think it's safe. Makes it easier for somebody to slit your throat.
Grizzly thinks if you're gonna go through this, this is something you need to probably address with the rest of the merchants so they can pass it to everybody, so hopefully that will take attention off of you.
That's what I wanna do.
Does
They
that
go
definitely
from
screw with
merchant to merchant.
I think Drew's
Yep.
did that.
So you're walking, you get a little tingling in your head. Roll me a will save.
14 plus, what is it, wisdom?
Mm-hmm. It was
13 plus 3, 16.
14.
I got a negative
You're
1.
a negative 1. Okay. Bears is in your head. He was like, "This is a dumb idea."
Fuck.
He's like, "But I'm not gonna blast you to pieces over it." Calm down. He's like, "But I will put magical wards around you." And he's like, "But if you step anywhere within a dagger's toss from where you're at," he's like, "the alarms will go off. So try to be
I will.
in a condensed space the entire time."
I'll tell Varys. So this is probably not the right time, but I want to tell you. There's another wizard on this caravan, the new guy. Through my research, he's apparently very powerful in mind swaying. That's what you know that, because I don't trust him.
Okay,
Yeah, I haven't been told about
This
this.
is just like what you've been sending to Leo, since I would just assume you put that in 25 words there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I almost talked to Varys as much as I talked to Leo, so I message now.
Okay, so Luda, you go to merchant, spread the news, and then every time you'll get past the wagon, you'll hear the driver of that wagon tell. Now you get to the Data family, and they just stare daggers at you because now they believe that you've murdered their son.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like almost the only logical explanation through this whole thing. You in bed had words beforehand, ended up dead. And everybody thought maybe the murderer was the guy that clocked you. A lot of words you're hearing was like maybe you two were in cahoots. Maybe
Yeah.
that's why you guys dug him up. And maybe you set him free, you were the last one seen with him. Maybe people are thinking you're in bed, maybe seeing you guys. That's why you killed him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a lot of distrust for you right now. You're even hearing people thinking, even talks of execution from people. Like people think you should be executed.
I basically tell them, I know y'all think I'm the killer.
Are you gonna get in front of like the whole caravan and do this?
No, this is the Dave Bub family, and I tell them I'm gonna lock myself up from here on out. That way, if there's more murders, you know I didn't do it.
Halfway through it, the mother spits in your face. She's like, "I don't want your words." She's like trying to get in good with us just to kill our son.
I don't say nothing because I know what she's going through, and words will not help at this point. I take the spit to the face, and I continue to move forward.
Right.
I don't want to make it any worse for her.
As everybody sets up camp, everything dies down. Grizzly has placed chains around you. To make things worse, surprisingly, at Hillary she comes up, and in a language no one understands, vines sprout from around you and wrap around you and anchor you to the ground.
I take the punishment. I call it punishment, but it's a way for me to be like, from here on out, there's no way I can commit any kind of murder.
The rest of the night, as you guys are each taking your individual watch, Roland, you're their gardener. As you're looking out at everybody, there's a lot of stares Luda's way. You guys might even see somebody like looking at her, and they might just be like fiddling with the dagger, sharpening it. Like people are on edge, people are paranoid, and all eyes are on Luda.